sense. Yeah, for sure. It makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron sharpens iron. Use
like
versus Skynet. It's been making both of them level up, and of course, Use dipping his toes into some other legend picks as well. But we are going to be seeing this very same pick that Use won the VCX with. It's going to be the Jayun. We're moving into it. Mounir is on that OG Asgardian Bodvar.
Yes, a little bit of a surprising pick coming out from Mounir. Obviously, we got a little bit of a spoiler with the background characters on who he's been playing today, but when it comes to overall, I don't think most people associate Mounir with Bodvar, but they might soon if he gets that Nair for the KO.
All right, able to get the sidelight in there, and Use is cooking up a string right now. Both players doing really, really well in the neutral. Use doing it ever so slightly better.
Ooh, went for the dare Nair there, but Mounir was able to dodge away. Another Nair attempt. Mounir doing a really good job avoiding that fatal blow.
Stomps here, comes out, pushes Use off stage. He wants to go for the commitment. GCD like off there. Use able to get back up with the Nair though, and that is going to be the knockout.
That was a wild commit from Mounir. He just ran off the mat, went so far down, immediate gravity cancel downlight, and Use was above it. Great sword.
I feel like a move like that, the GC downlight all the way down there, if you hit it, everyone is going to call you a genius. If you miss it, everyone is going to, facepalm.
Yeah.
But I can see the vision. I can see the vision.
It would have been really cool if he hit it. I got to give him that. But instead, it's going to be the sword recovery to clean up the stock. So far, Use not able to get a weapon spawn, but he did get some good damage built up onto Mounir's second stock.
Down into that should be about light yellow at this point. Mounir able to return some of that damage. Nair's coming out. Use is going to return it with another Nair. We got some intense sword gaming right now.
That looked like a fake out sword toss where you're like the diagonal down as you dash forward, but it still had a hitbox and it actually tapped Mounir a little bit, and Use was able to get a pickup neutral light. Mounir swapping over to a different sword though.
So even, both of these guys, and also very similar playstyles I feel like on the sword, but it looks like Use is going to come out on top ever so slightly, now sticking to the great sword. Speaking of their playstyles being similar, Use has upgraded to a larger sword.
Sometimes big sword better than normal sword.
Sometimes, yeah. Only problem is, to be able to make that big sword really count, you might need, you're gonna need to push that advantage state a little bit harder, and Mounir, having the normal sword, the small sword, going to be able to reset the neutral and just fight off of there. Ground Pound is going to get the stock. It's 1 stock to 1 right now in what has been, I can't stress this enough, such an even game. This could go to anyone.
Dude, to Mounir's credit, whenever he uses...
I love that option.
Yeah. Gravity cancel downlight into the ground pound, so sick. Sometimes you get the side air after it. We saw that earlier.
With Nice, yeah, the D-Light, juicy D-Light, ground pounds hair. Okay, D-Light's hair comes out. Saying that combo felt like a Wi-Fi password. Mounir tries to go for the GC D-Light off top, but Use taking the stage control back. He goes for the commitment, there? No options.
Oh, recovery it too.
It drops. I still don't think it would be enough for the knockout.
Yeah, but at least it would have like knocked him away if he got the full commit, especially along the wall. But Use instead, now he's onto the great sword. Likely gonna be looking for a recovery or an air. Doesn't get the hit. Mounir unarmed might get the finisher.
First down signature I've seen so far on the stream. Mounir going for that throwing Use all the way over to the side. Won't be connecting. Use able to get back up with the combo. You see Mounir chuckling. He knows that side signature was a little bit too much to ask for, and Use is able to get back up.
Yeah, that was a cheeky side sig to say the least, but one thing I do want to call out is the way that Mounir is playing these edge guard scenarios, right? Like, he uses out in the open air, and Mounir has his opportunity to kind of pick what he wants to do. A lot of people have one thing they do. They're like, I'm either going to edge guard, I'm either going to stay on stage. Instead, Mounir takes his time, and then he'll go out there. Gravity cancel, downlight. Gravity cancel, sidelight towards the stage. Come out with just a raw ground pound. Side sig while standing on the stage. Like, he's doing a really good job of finding mix-ups in just that scenario.
Okay, here we go. We have a full-on swap, and it is going to be the Tesca coming out from Mounir. As I mentioned, both of them, they have quite similar playstyles in the sword matchup, but Use was coming out on top ever so slightly in almost every single interaction they had. Mounir said, hold up, maybe I don't need to play sword, I have other weapons in my arsenal, and we're seeing the gauntlets, battle boots come out now.
Ooh, going high in the sky, went for the gravity cancel sidelight. Not sure if he had the resources for the exhausted recovery, but instead, over on the corner, down air, this is the weapon toss, back to the boots.
Yu's doing a great job at trying to extend this combo. Mounir going out for the GC sidelight. Yu's not able to connect that Sair to punish it, and it's going to be Mounir who reclaims the stage to get a knockout with the signature.
Yep, that end sig to take out Yu's, who is floating in the sky a little bit. Still, damage is relatively even. Downlight recovery. Yep, basically even.
Basically even. Yu's has that weapon advantage, going to be sticking to the greatsword. He's been favoring it quite hard. Mounir able to get the battle boots, throws Yu's offstage, but unable to convert it. We're seeing a lot of attempted offstage interactions, and not a lot of them that are leading into something massive.
Yeah, we haven't seen any like prolonged offstage battles. Instead, it's like Mounir goes out there. There's always something and Yu's gets past.
Yeah, they're always threatening each other for something massive happening, but both of them are so good at getting back up. Yeah.
Okay, Mounir did get disarmed there. Yu's starting to break away a little bit as another downlight recovery. Not enough to KO, but one more. You saw him go for it, but Mounir with the weapon toss down.
Getting into the red right now. Yu's with the D-light recovery. Going to be enough to get the knockout. You mentioned that he had a nice read earlier, and it feels like potentially at this point Yu's has kind of had, maybe not the full-on download, but he's received some information that he's able to use here.
Mounir's got some information of his own, though, because he got in there, got that gravity cancel downlight recovery high in the sky. We're back to even.
Sticking to the battle boots. Both of them are sticking to the weapons that I'm sure Yu's would prefer the greatsword right now. Both of them are sticking to the weapons that you really want to be on whenever you have some reads or something cooking.
Yeah, some weapons cook just a little bit harder than others. All right, yep, there's the swap. You saw Mounir trying to cover it with the boots tossed forward.
Able to get a couple of sidelights. Even damage still, though. Gets the starter, throws Yu's offstage yet again. Yu's able to get back up. No large offstage play. Denies him of it.
Ooh, he's chasing!
Oh, okay. Gets another nair too. Nice anti-air. End light though, we're back onto stage. Mounir tries to make it back at the very least.
Good recovery, got away from the down sig, but Yu's running out of options here. He's sweating, and Mounir with the swap to Deska is going to take game number 2.
Yet again, so even, and it's going to be Mounir at a red on his last stock whenever he evens out the set to 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, he went for a big commit with that gravity cancel downlight. It worked earlier. He went for it again, and then Yu's had the turnaround recovery into nair. And in that moment, I was like, dude, if Yu's wins this off of this, this could be massive. But good on Mounir, staying solid, ends up cleaning it up.
All right, and that is going to be a total of 86 light attacks coming out from Mounir with an accuracy of 40%. Those battle boots are putting out some hit boxes into this matchup. We're going to Apocalypse to see it on the screen right behind Mounir.
Well, you talked about how even that game was. It showed in the numbers too, 518 to 510. There was an 8-point difference. That's like a couple of weapon tosses.
All right, Mounir starts off with the gauntlets here, Yu's with the sword. Yu's able to get a lot of damage here early on, gets that initial lead, but Mounir returns it the favor with a nair GCN light.
All right, nice neutral light coming out from Yu's. Just trying to keep Mounir away.
Oh, got the dodge. Did he get the aerial version though? Doesn't matter. Yu's is able to quickly fast fall and get himself out of harm's way. Mounir gonna struggle to get back up. That weapon toss is so smart. Otherwise, I think that neutral signature would have hit him.
Yeah, Yu's was trying to cover high, but Mounir with the weapon toss just making it secure. Downlight recovery, even off the soft platform, not enough damage onto Mounir just yet.
We've got some intense footsies right now. A lot of respect between these players.
Nice. Goes in, hits the neutral light, hits the side air. Yu's gonna take the first stock here. He's done a really good job of doing that dash jump away into landing dash forward end light to punish the whiff.
For sure. Able to get the nair in, anti-air as excellent as ever coming out from Yu's. Has the stock lead, doesn't need to go for something massive, but if he has the dodge, we see the dodge in coming out from Mounir. That is usually the sign that someone is slightly panicking, but of course, Mounir knows better.
Yeah, I think specifically against Yu's greatsword, Mounir feels like he should be dodging in or just like waking up a lot out of the greatsword, and you see it happen many times as he'll dodge straight towards Yu's or he'll immediately be pressing a button.
Which, to be fair, I mean, one of the most common ways to extend with greatsword is to cross up. And Yu's hasn't been going that much for those kinds of options. Mounir with a well-placed dare, but Yu's ability to get back up is even better.
Ooh, went for the down sig instead.
Okay.
It's gonna be down like gravity cancel down heavy. Like we talk about how optimal gravity cancel neutral heavy is there. Down heavy is just style.
Yeah, no, it's to get the knockoff horizontally instead. Super smart by use. Yeah, that's something. I wish I was smart enough to have come up with that on my own, but I assume that's right.
Yo, he got the read.
This is insane. There's no way we get a 3-stock, not after those close games. We've been saying so many times these games are slow. Use is ready to just completely shut Mounir down right now.
He went for the weapon toss. Okay, GCN light use. He's hurting. Sweat beating, but still finds the nair. Can use 3-stock? Yes, he can!
Obliteration. I couldn't have said it better myself. Coming from the voiceover right there, the announcer.
A 3-stock. We've seen so many close to 3-stocks, but our first 3-stock of the day. Seal's been popped.
First.
Oh, he's Johnsing. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
I was like, he's pointing at something. I think he's actually saying he's the one who's supposed to ban, but I thought he was like
yeah,
calling
probably,
an admin or something.
probably. All right, I do want to see these I do want to see these map bans. We see Apocalypse ban. We saw Small Fortress of Lions ban. Miami Dome coming in last there. Western Air Temple. Yeah, for some reason I want to say small. Most of them start with small. And we see the legend swap. Am I seeing the crossover for Asuri there? It was a bit small.
3, 2,
That is indeed the
1,
crossover for Asuri. Opportunity for some lightsaber sound effects. Mounir's been swapping it up a lot in this matchup against you.
Swapping over to the Asuri here. I mean, the Katars immediately down into orange. This is like the same amount of damage that he was able to do in 5 minutes last game.
No, and Yu's actually just matching the pacing of Mounir. He's also swinging fast onto Mounir. Mounir, though, was double exclamation pointing. He's burning a lot of movement.
All right, swapping over to the sword now. Able to get that end light in, pushing him off stage. Goes for the ground pound. I'm not sure if that was meant to be on the ledge. It could have been a very smart bait, but Yus is going to get a punish off of it.
Mounir still playing from behind. Neutral light. A little bit of damage coming out onto Yus. Mounir saw Yus coming forward, went for the neutral light a little early there.
Oh, nice save to get back up. Weapon toss going to leave him unarmed here as Yus is looking for the knockout. Sayer is not going to be enough. Throws him super far away though.
I feel like Mounir's like APM has increased after the swap to the crossover.
Yes.
Like he's just doing so many more things. Avoids the weapon toss, doesn't hit the neutral signature. Mounir still alive on this deep red first stock.
Keyboard is on fire right now. Yus is able to get the knockout with an air though. Sticking to, is that going to be the greatsword? I feel like Yus has been playing ever so slightly more sword now too.
Yeah, I think part of it is like, specifically on this map, greatsword, like yeah, you have some runway, but it's not the same, and there's a lot of verticality you can do on this map. So I think sword benefits a little bit more in that. Mounir knows that Yus is in the red, and he'll get it. Downlight recovery.
Sticking to the Katars here, keeping us on our toes yet again. Wants to optimize that weapon starve as much as possible. Yus not immediately going for the weapon, wants to get some unarmed damage to push him away. Gets that sword and then gets even more damage. Mounir into orange here as Yus is dominating the neutral.
Dodges in, but he hits the wall. I think he wanted to dodge straight towards Yus instead. Swapping, different set of Katars.
Gets the Sayer in, gets the end light in, and Yus goes all the way out there. That's going to be a full stock lead now for Yus. Swaps over to the greatsword now, and at this point you can afford to just go for trades. Yus looking so solid.
Yeah, pretty much every trade is going to be in favor of Yus right now. Currently sitting 2-1 in the game and in the stock count.
Side light, the light bridge comes out, make that a second one. Building up that damage. Mounir is going down into orange now. Final stock, and Mounir needs to find the knockout quickly. He needs to put Yus off stage, but he gets thrown off stage first.
Complete handling coming out from Yus. Just knew exactly what he needed to do against the Asuri from Mounir, and that is Yus continuing his undefeated streak.